Good morning po ma'am. So, ito po yung video demonstration ko for frequency analysis. So, ang first po na ginawa ko is, kinuha ko po yung sum ng lahat po nung data ng 2021 from Armenia to Uzbekistan para po makuha ko yung total nila, which is 512.9. After po nyan, ang ginawa ko po para makuha yung relative frequency is lahat po nung number ng lahat po ng export values ng 2021 is dinivide ko po sa total amount na nakuha ko po sa from Armenia to Uzbekistan. Then, inotosan po din po siya. For percentage frequency naman, kinuha ko po yung relative frequency para po makuha ko yung percentage frequency ng butter and butter oil export in CIS. So, ayan po ang nakuha kong percentage frequency. Then, inotosan ko din po siya. Ang nakuha ko po is 100%. For the 2022 report naman po, kinuha ko, katulad po ng ginawa ko sa 2021 na data, inotosan ko din po siya. Then, nag-proceed na po ako sa relative frequency. So, it's the total data from 2022. And then, dinivide ko lang po siya sa total amount ng lahat po ng number from 2022. Then, for the percentage frequency, ginamit ko rin po yung relative frequency and kinuha ko din po yung total na sample nila. So, for this po, meron pong question dito na which country was the largest exporter of butter and oil. So, for both 2021 and 2022 po is Belarus. Then, for the country naman na nag-show na largest increase in export quantity from 2021 to 2022 is Armenia. After po yan, nag-proceed na po ako para sa measurement of central tendency. Ang ginamit ko po ay yung export value ng pig meat sa Europe. So, para po makuha yung mean niya, ang ginamit ko po na formula is equal sum. Then, yung lahat po ng export value from 2013 to 2023. Then, dinivide ko lang po siya sa 11 since a total of 11 po yung year na data na kukunin natin. Then, for function naman po, mean function. So, it's equals average. Then, yung lahat din po nung export value from 2013 to 2015, 2023. So, ayun po, same po sila ng number ng manual, mean, manual, and function po. So, ang total is 8,300.1. Kinuha ko rin po yung median on for function. So, ang formula po is equals median, then lahat po ng export value from 2013 to 2023. And for median even naman po, so it's equal sum. And then, kunin po natin yung data from 2018 to 2017. Then, i-divide lang po siya sa 2 para makuha po natin yung median even na manual. For function naman po, it's equals median, then lahat ng data from 2013 to 2023. So, pareha po sila ng result. It's 6,692. Then, kunin po natin yung mean niya. So, equals average. Then, yung data from 2018 to 2017 and 18. For mode naman po, ang ginamit ko pong formula is equals mode dot multi, then lahat po ng data from 2013 to 2023. And ang sagot po na nakuha ko ay NA. Okay, and then after ko pong natapos yung measurement of central tendency, nag-proceed na po ako sa measure of variability. So, dito po, kinuha ko po yung mean ng Canada, Mexico, and United States. Ang export values po from of pulses in North America. Ang nakuha ko po ay, ang ginawa ko po na una ay kinuha ko po yung mean ng Canada, Mexico, and then United States. Okay, and then after ko po makuha yung mga mean nila, since nakuha ko naman na po yung means array and then yung frequency ng Canada, Mexico, and United States, nag-proceed na po ako sa manual range. Ang ginawa ko lang po ay minus ko yung largest number, then minus ko po siya sa lowest na export values po ng Canada. And then for function, it's equals max. Then yung lahat po ng data ng export value of pulses from 2013 to 2023, then minus mean. Kunin po ulit yung export values from 2013 to 2023. So, ayun po, dapat pareho po silang ng kalalabasan ng manual and function. So, for variance naman po na function, ang ginamit ko pong formula is var.s. Then, yung data po ng Canada from 2013 to 2023. And for standard deviation, so it's equals power, then yung variance manual. then quit, then 1.5, then enter. For function naman po na standard deviation, it's equals SQRT, then yung variance na function. After po yan, enter lang. Now, proceed naman po tayo sa coefficient of variation. Ang gagamitin po natin dito is yung standard deviation ng manual. I-divide lang po siya sa total mean ng expert values ng Canada. Then, ayun po, ang nakuha natin is 15%. So, for Mexico naman po, gagamitin din po natin yung katulad ng formula na ginamit natin sa Canada. So, i-minus lang po natin yung range. For range, i-minus lang po natin yung pinakamalaking data ng Mexico for values, and then i-minus lang po siya sa lowest. For function naman po, equals max, then lahat din po ng data from 2013 to 2023. I-minus po siya sa mean, and kukunin din po yung 2013 to 2023 na data. For variance naman po, kukunin po natin ay, ang gagawin po natin ay var.s, then close open parenthesis, and then get the total expert values of Mexico. For standard deviation, equals power, then variant, manual variant, yung ano po, for manual, then quit, tapos lagyan po 1.5, close and open parenthesis, then enter po. Ganun din po sa standard deviation for function. So, it's SQRT, kunin po yung variance for function, and then enter. Ang coefficient po na nakuha ko dito, yung standard deviation, dinivide ko po siya sa total mean ng Mexico, which is 22%. Sa United States, so for ano naman, for coefficient of variance ng United States, ganun din po. Kunin nyo lang po yung standard deviation, then i-divide nyo lang po siya sa total mean ng United States. Then, ayan po yung chart na nagawa natin. After po yan, mag-proceed na po tayo sa export value ng poultry. Poultry meat in Asia. So, for 25th percentile, it's 25 divide 100 times 11 plus 1. Since yung total po ng data natin na kukunan na year is 11, kaya sa 11 po siya i-times. Tapos, nakuha ko po yung manual ng 25th percentile. Ang ginamit ko pong formula is, ginawa ko po yung data ng 2021, then plus 0 times the asterisk, then close and open parenthesis. Kunin po ulit yung data ng 2021 and ng 2014 po, then i-minus ko po siya sa data from 2021, which is, ang nakuha ko po is 193.9. For function naman po na INC, ang gagamitin po natin formula is percentile.inc, then close and open parenthesis, kunin po yung data, lahat po ng export values ng Asia from 2013 to 2023, then quit, and 0.25 open and close parenthesis, enter. For the function EXC naman po, it's equals percentile.exe, then kukunin lang po natin yung total also ng export values from 2013 to 2023, quit, then 0.25 close and open parenthesis, and then enter po. For first quartile naman po, equals 25 divide 100 times 11 plus 1. Ang makuha po natin dapat ay 3. Then, for manual, ganun din po. Kunin lang po yung data from 2021, and then plus 0 asterisk, open and close parenthesis. Then, yung data from 2014 minus the data from 2021. For function exchange, it's quartile.exchange, then the data from 2013 to 2023, close and open parenthesis, quit, then 1, close and open parenthesis, enter. Pagdating naman po ng second quartile, ang gagamitin na po natin is equals 50 divide 100 asterisk, close and open parenthesis, 11 plus 1, then enter. Okay, for manual, since nasa second quartile na po tayo, ang kukunin na po natin na data is yung 2019. So, i-plus din po siya sa 0 asterisk. Then, yung data from 2016, i-minus po siya sa data from 2019, then enter. And for the exchange naman, quartile exchange, magiging kukunin po lahat ng data ng 2013 to 2023. Tapos, ang gagamitin na po natin ay commit then to close and open parenthesis, enter. For third quartile naman po, ang gagamitin po natin is 7 equals 75, then divide 100 asterisk 11 plus 1. Since nasa third na po tayo, ang kukunin na po natin na is yung data ng 2023 plus 0 asterisk close and open parenthesis, then yung 2017 naman po na data minus the 2023 data. And for exchange, so it's gonna be quartile EXC, and lahat po ulit ng data, then commit naman po, at ang gagawin naman po natin ay 3. And then enter. Since nakuha na po natin yung first, second, and third quartile, kailangan naman po natin makuha yung interquartile range. So, ang formula po nito is ima-minus lang po yung third quartile na EXC sa first quartile na EXC. Okay. Then, proceed na po tayo sa measure of association. Dito po, nakuha ko na po yung sum na yung mean and standard po ng export value of other alcohol beverage sa Middle East. So, ang kukunin ko naman po ngayon is yung covariance for manual and function, and yung correlation coefficient din po for manual and function. So, ang formula po dito is yung sum po ng Bahrain and United Arab Emirates. Then, divide, close open parenthesis, 11 plus 1. Enter po. Pagkatapos. Ayun po yung gagawin natin for manual. Then, minus 1 po pala. Then, for function naman po, so, it's covariance dot S. Then, lahat po ng data ng Bahrain. Kukunin po natin siya. And then, Kuwait. Tapos, yung data naman po ng United Arab Emirates. Then, close and open parenthesis, enter. For correlation coefficient naman po, kukunin po naman natin yung, ang gagawin po natin is equals, then yung nakuha nyo pong total amount dun sa manual covariance. Tapos, i-divide nyo po siya sa nakuha nyo po na standard na total ng Bahrain and then United Emirates. Tapos, ipagta-times nyo po yung standard na total ng Bahrain and United Emirates. Then, close open parenthesis, enter lang po. Then, for function naman po, so, it's Corel, close open parenthesis. Then, lahat po ng data ng Bahrain from 2013 to 2023. And then, Kuwait, yung data naman po ng United Arab Emirates. Then, close and open parenthesis, enter. Ayan po. So, ayun po yung ginamit ko na mga formula para makuha po yung mga data po ng for United for Middle East po na other alcoholic beverage. Thank you po.
Good day everyone, I'm Daniel H. Bantoro and this is how I get to answer this task. Para makuha relative frequency equal sign, Tapos select natin ito. Ngayon, divide natin siya sa total export value. Tapos lalak natin using function F4. Enter. Tapos drag natin pababa. Yan, ganyan kinukuha yung relative frequency. Sa percentage frequency naman, highlight natin. Tapos papalitan natin ng percentage. Equal sign. Tapos select natin yung relative frequency. Enter. Tapos drag natin. So ganito kinukuha yung percentage frequency. Ngayon naman, dadako tayo sa interpretation. Sa interpretation, sinasagutan natin yung mga tanong sa itaas. So ngayon, interpretation na tayo. In 2014, the European Union had the highest cotton export value in the geographic region of Europe with 65%, followed by Turkey with 34%. The other European countries exported only a small amount or no cotton at all. This is how I get to answer this task. Para makuha yung mean manually, equal sign, tapos select natin yung total export value. Then divide natin siya sa 5 kasi 5 yung years natin. Enter. Sa function naman, equal sign, average. Average. Tapos select natin mula rito hanggang sa pinakalas. Close parenthesis, enter. So as you can see, magkapares na ng value. Sa media naman, dahil 5 yung years natin, odd siya. So yung pinaka-gitang value nun, pinaka-gitang value dito, yung 391.8. So ito yung media natin. Equal sign, tapos select natin ito. Enter. Sa function naman, equal sign, median. Highlight natin mula rito hanggang sa pinakalas. Close parenthesis, enter. So yan, makikita po natin na magkapares na ng value. Sa mode naman po, wala po akong nakitang paulit-ulit na value. Pero para mapatunayan pa rin, gagamit tayo ng function. Equal sign, mode multiple. Highlight natin mula rito hanggang sa pinakalas. Close parenthesis, enter. So as you can see, wala po talagang mode. Sa interpretation naman po tayo. Yung interpretation po, sinasagutan nito yung mga tanong sa taas. From 2013 to 2017, the mean export value of eggs in Asia was 405.52 and the median was 391.8. The median is used to find the middle number in the data and shows the usual export value better, unlike the mean. Because it is not affected by very high or low numbers, there is no mode because no values are repeated. This is how I get to answer this task. Para makuha yung range manually, so equal sign, select natin yung highest export value ng Saudi Arabia minus sa lowest export value, enter. Sa pagkuha naman ng range using function, equal sign, maximum, highlight natin yung mga export value, close parenthesis, minus minimum, highlight ulit natin, close parenthesis, enter. So ganyan kinukuha. Ngayon naman sa variance, para makuha siya manually, equal sign, tapos select natin yung export value minus sa mean ng Saudi Arabia. Lock natin using function F4, enter, and then drag natin pababa hanggang dito. Yan. Ngayon re-raise natin siya sa 2, equal sign, power, select natin to, comma, 2, close parenthesis, enter, drag natin pababa. Yan, then kunin natin yung sum, equal sign, sum, highlight natin, close parenthesis, enter. So ngayon, last na step para makuha yung variance manually, equal sign, select natin to, and then divide, open parenthesis, 5, kasi 5 yan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, sa formula, galing sa formula yung minus 1, close parenthesis, enter. So ito yung variance natin, equal sign, select natin, enter, yan. Para makuha naman yung variance using function, equal sign, bar S, then highlight natin yung mga export value ng Saudi Arabia, close parenthesis, equal sign, enter, yan. Sa standard deviation naman, para makuha natin siya manually, equal sign, and then power, then select natin yung variance, raise natin siya sa 1/2, close parenthesis, enter. So yan, para makuha naman using function, equal sign, square root, then select lang natin yung variance, close parenthesis, enter. So yan, parehas na sila ng value. Para makuha naman yung coefficient of variation, equal sign, tapos select natin yung standard deviation, divide natin siya sa mean ng Saudi Arabia, then enter. So yan, 17% yung coefficient of variation. Ngayon naman dadako tayo sa Jordan. Ganun lang din yung gagawin para makuha yung range manually, equal sign, tapos select natin yung highest export value ng Jordan minus sa lowest export value, enter. Then para makuha naman yung range using function, equal sign, maximum, highlight natin yung export value ng Jordan, close parenthesis, minus minimum, highlight ulit natin, close parenthesis, and enter. So yan, para makuha naman yung variance manually, ganun lang din, equal sign, select natin to, minus sa mean ng Jordan, then lock natin using function F4, enter, then drag natin pababa hanggang dito. Ngayon naman, re-raise natin siya sa 2, equal sign, power, and then select natin to, comma, raise sa 2, then close parenthesis, enter. Drag natin pababa. Next, kunin natin yung sum. Sum. Highlight natin. Yan. Close parenthesis, enter. And yung last step, equal sign. Select natin yung total or sum. Then divide. Open parenthesis, 5. Kasi 5 yung export value natin. Minus 1. Dahil yan sa formula. Nanggaling yan sa formula. Close parenthesis and enter. So, ito yung variance. Yan. Para makuha naman yung variance using function, equal sign, bar S. Highlight natin yung mga export value ng Jordan. Close parenthesis and enter. Para makuha naman yung standard deviation using manual computation, equal sign, power. Select natin yung variance. Raise natin siya sa 1/2. Close parenthesis and enter. Para makuha naman yung standard deviation using function, equal sign, square root. Select natin yung variance. Close parenthesis, enter. Para makuha naman yung coefficient of variation, equal sign, and then select natin yung standard deviation. Then, divide natin siya sa mean or average ng Jordan. Enter. So, yan. Ngayon, gawin natin siyang percent. Yan. So, 33% yung coefficient of variation. Yun naman po, dadako tayo sa Binsari. So, para makuha natin yung frequency using Binsari, equal sign, frequency. Then, highlight natin yung mga export value ng Saudi Arabia. Comma. Then, yung mga value naman sa Binsari. Close parenthesis and enter. Sa Jordan naman po tayo. Ganun lang din, equal sign, frequency. 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 And then highlight natin yung mga export value ng Jordan. Comma. And then yung mga value naman sa Binsari. Close parenthesis and enter. So yan po yung Binsari. Ngayon naman gagawa tayo ng histogram. So highlight natin yung mga export value ng Saudi Arabia. Then insert. Tapos histogram. Yan, lagay natin dito. Tapos lagyan natin axis titles. Then data labels. Tapos punta tayo dito sa format chart area. Horizontal axis. Then select natin to, axis options. Palitan natin yung number of beans, gawin natin 3. Enter. And then ngayon, gawin natin tong fruit exports Saudi Arabia. Dito naman frequency yan. Sa baba export value yan. Ngayon naman sa Jordan, gagawin natin yung Jordan. Highlight lang natin ulit. Insert. And then histogram. Yan. Tapos, lagyan natin ang data labels. Data labels, access titles. Yan. Tapos, punta tayo dito. Open. Select natin yung horizontal axis. Tapos, select natin to. Axis options. Palitan natin yung number of beans. Gawin natin 3. Enter. And then yung chart title. Palitan natin. Fruit exports Jordan. Dito naman frequency. Dito export value. Yan. So yan, ganyan yung paggawa ng histogram. Ngayon naman po sa ano tayo, sa interpretation. Again, yung interpretation po, sinasagot na nito yung mga tanong sa itaas. From 2017 to 2021, Saudi Arabia had more stable and consistent fruit exports because it has a lower standard deviation of 49.14 and coefficient of variation of 17% than Jordan. The export range of fruits to Jordan during this time was 121.3. This is how we get to answer this task. Para makuha natin yung 75th percentile, ang gagawin muna natin, ilolocate muna natin kung saan banda yung 25th percentile. So, equal sign, 25, divide 100, multiply, open parenthesis, 8. 8 kasi yung export value natin, plus 1, mula kasi yan sa formula, then close parenthesis and enter. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, yung 25th percentile daw natin ay nakalocate siya sa pagitan ng pangalawang export value at pangatlong export value. So ganito din yung ginawa ko sa second quartile and third quartile. So para mahanap natin yung 25th percentile using manual computation, ang gagawin natin, equal sign, and then select natin yung pangalawang export value plus yung excess, 0.25 yung excess, 0.25, then multiply, open parenthesis, select natin yung pangatlong export value minus sa pangalawang export value, close parenthesis, and enter. So para naman sa function, para makuha yung function, equal sign, and then quartile exclusive, highlight natin yung mga export value, yan, comma, and then first quartile, close parenthesis, and enter. So sa second quartile naman, or 58th percentile, ganun lang din yung gagawin natin, equal sign, then select natin yung ika-apat na export value, then plus yung excess 0.5, tapos multiply, open parenthesis, select natin yung ika-limang export value minus sa ika-apat na export value, close parenthesis, and enter. Para makuha naman yung 58th percentile using function, equal sign, quartile exclusive, and then highlight ulit natin yung export value, comma, and then second quartile, close parenthesis, enter. So sa third quartile naman, para makuha ito manually, equal sign, and then select natin yung ika-anim na export value, tapos plus yung excess, plus 0.75, multiply, open parenthesis, select natin yung ika-pitong export value minus sa ika-anim na export value, close parenthesis, ayan na siya. Para makuha naman yung 75th percentile using function, equal sign, and then quartile exclusive, highlight ulit natin yung export value, tapos comma, third quartile, close parenthesis, and enter. So ito yung hinanap natin, 75th percentile. So yan yung 75th percentile natin, equal sign, select natin to, enter. So yan yung 75th percentile natin. Para makuha naman yung interquartile, equal sign, and then select natin yung third quartile, yung value ng third quartile natin, minus sa first quartile natin, yan, and enter. Ngayon naman, sa check naman tayo, box plot, whisker plot. So highlight lang natin yung export value ng North America, then insert, select natin yung box and whisker, tapos lagyan natin ng access titles, data labels, yan, lagyan natin ng export of vegetables from North America. Then dito naman, export value, export value, yan, tabi muna natin to. Then yung sa Europe naman, highlight lang natin, insert, box plot, box and whisker, then lagyan ulit natin ng access titles, data labels, tapos dito copy lang natin yung export to vegetables from, copy, then paste natin dito, paste, yan, from Europe, then dito export value, so yan, as you can see, walang outliers, outliers yung North America and Europe. So ngayon naman po, sa interpretation naman tayo. Sa interpretation, sinasagot na nito yung mga katanungan sa itaas. The 75th percentile value of vegetable exports to North America is 14,112.86. There are no outlier years because all export values fall within the normal range based on the interquartile range. This is how I get to answer this task. Para makuha natin yung covariance manually, ang kailangan natin gawin ay equal sign, tapos select natin yung export value ng Ukraine, minus sa mean or average ng Ukraine, lock natin using function F4, enter, drag pababa hanggang dito, ganoon din dito, equal sign, select natin yung export value ng Switzerland, minus sa mean ng Switzerland, function F4, enter, drag pababa, dito naman, equal sign, open parenthesis, select natin yung value na ito, multiply natin siya sa value na ito, close parenthesis, enter, drag pababa, and then kunin natin yung sum, highlight natin, close parenthesis, enter. So dito naman, equal sign, select natin yung sum, divide, open parenthesis, 5, kasi 5 yung years natin, minus 1, dahil sa formula, enter. So ganito kinukuha yung covariance manually. Sa function naman, equal sign, covariance test, highlight natin yung export value ng Ukraine, Tapos, comma, sa Switzerland naman, ganun din. Close parenthesis, enter. So, yan, magkapares na ng value. Sa correlation coefficient naman, para makuha siya manually, equal sign, select natin yung covariance, then divide, open parenthesis, divide, tapos select natin yung standard deviation ng Ukraine, multiply sa standard deviation ng Switzerland, close parenthesis, enter. So, yan po. Sa function naman, equal sign, correlation, highlight natin yung Ukraine, comma, tapos sa Switzerland naman, close parenthesis, enter. So, yan po. Sa line chart naman po tayo. Para makuha yung line chart, highlight po natin ito, then insert, piliin po natin ito, yung chart na ito, tapos lagyan natin ng access titles, data labels, then papangalanan po natin siya ng tobacco export, kagaya po dito. Tapos sa access title naman po, papangalanan natin siya ng export value, kagaya dito. Sa baba naman po nito, year, lalagyan natin. So, as you can see sa chart, yung export ng Ukraine, steady siya yung pag-increase ng export value. Well, sa Switzerland naman, bumulusok siya pataas, tapos bumulusok din siya sa pababa. And then, ngayon naman po sa interpretation. So, again, yung interpretation po natin, sinasagutan nito yung mga tanong sa itaas. So, interpretation na po tayo. The covariance is negative 198.65 and the correlation is negative 0.09, which means tobacco exports in Ukraine and Switzerland move in different directions. The weak negative correlation shows that when one country's exports go up or down, the other country's exports do not always change the same way.
Okay. So hi, my name is Maria Abigail Bartolomea from Group 5. So for the first task, which is the frequency analysis, I selected coffee as my product. So for this, it's Asia. And as you can see here, all of the countries from Asia is listed here. And then for the years 2013 to 2015, export value data from all of those years for all of the countries in Asia. So I totaled the amount for those 3 years here, and then total also for the full 3 years here. So for us to get the relative frequency, we'll delete this. Okay, so the value of this will be the total, for example, of Australia for the first 3 years. We will select this one divided by the total amount of all of the countries for the full 3 years. And then we will lock the cell, function F4, and then enter. So we will just drag the cell down to the bottom. So it will be applied for all of the countries. Okay, and then for the percentage, we will just select equal sign and then this value, and then enter. So if in case the value that showed here is still a decimal point, you just need to select this one, the percent style, and then drag until the bottom of it. Okay, for my first question, which Asian country is a top exporter from 2013 to 2015? So as you can see, I already highlighted Vietnam because Vietnam is a top exporter from those 3 years for 8,278 and 2. And then for the next question, what are the top 3 countries that have the highest percentage of exports from 2013 to 2015? Still number 1 is Vietnam for 56% here. Second is Indonesia, 23%. And then India for 11%. So for the second task, which is the measures of central tendency, I selected the whole milk powder as my product and still Asia as the geo region for the year 2013 until 2023. That's for 11 years. So first, we selected here, or we put here the data from 2013 to 2023, which is only the total amount for all of the countries here. As you can see, this one. I pasted it here. So what we need to do first is to sort this from lowest to highest. So by export value and then okay. All right. So I already highlighted this as this is our median. Since it's for 11 years, the median will be our 6th year. So we will get first the value of the mean. So to get this, we will be using sum and then the data point and then divided by 11 because like what I've mentioned, this is for 11 years. So enter. For the function, that would be average and then data points. Enter. So as you can see, it's the same value. So for the median, we will just copy this one. So equal sign, enter. For the function, that would be median, double click, select data points here, and then enter. So it's still the same value. So for us to get the mode, equal sign mode, and then select the data points here, enter. So there's no mode. So for my first question, what is the average annual export value or mean of whole milk powder in Asia for 2013 and 2023? So the mean export value is approximately 5873.054, which is this one. And then the second question is, does the median better represent the trend compared to the mean? So this is median versus mean. As you can see, yes, the median is slightly better because of its central trend, but it's only a slight difference. As you can see, they are both 5,873. Only the decimal value is different. So for the last question, which export value occurs most often, or the mode, from 2013 to 2023? So since we're not able to get the mode, the answer is there is no mode because no export value repeats. Okay, for the third task, I chose the soya beans for China and India from 2013 to 2023. As you can see here, I already have the data for China, so we're just going to get the data for um, India. Okay, so for the first step would be we will get this one from lowest to highest. I already sorted it out, so we'll just paste it. So for India value, we will get the first step. Okay, sorry, equal sign value minus the mean. So we will lock this F4 enter. So we'll just drag this down here. Sorry. Next value, equal sign power. It would be this one, comma 2. So same thing, you will drag this down here and then total this equal sum and then range, enter. We're able to get the total and then we're just going to get the mean. For us to get the mean, equal sign, total amount, divided by open parentheses, 11 years, that's for 2013 to 2023, minus 1, close parentheses, enter. So for the range, for us to get the range here, okay, we will, the function would be here, okay, the lowest, or the highest rather, minus the lowest, enter. So for the function, it will be maximum, and then select this one, close minus minimum, and then select this one also, enter. So it's the same value. So for the variance, like what we did here, we just copied the variance. So we're just going to copy this as well, 2824.04. For the function, for us to get this, it will be var s, and then from value of India, enter. So for the standard deviation, it will be power, the variance, comma, 1/2. Then for the function, that would be equal sign stdev s, and then the value of it, India again, enter. So it's still the same. So for the coefficient variation of variation, equal sign, the, okay, standard deviation divided by the mean of India. So enter. So that's 61%. That's how we got this. So for the first question, which country shows the most stable export of soybeans through standard deviation? That would be for China, it's 45.13. For India, it's 53.14. So China shows the most stable exports because it has the lower standard deviation compared to India. And then the next question, what is the export range of soya beans from 2013 to 2023? So for China, from 83.7 to 201.9, okay, 71.4, it should be 71.4 is the lowest. That's why I highlighted it. And then 209, 201.9, so the range will be 130.5. For India, it's 18.1 lowest. Highest is 166.5. Range is 148.1. Between China and India, which country has more consistent soybean product exports? So here's still the same. China's standard deviation in India compared 45.13 compared to 53.14. And then China's coefficient variation 38 compared to India 61%. So the answer is China is more consistent in soybean exports because both its standard deviation 45.13 and coefficient of variation 38 are much lower than India's values. So we will be getting this. I'll teach you how to do it. So for the frequency here, we will just put equal sign frequency and then the data of China here, and then comma, the data of beans array. Enter. So it will be the same here. So we can delete this. It will be here, frequency here, data of India, comma, and then the data of beans array. Enter. So for us to get this chart, we can delete this one and then get the China, for example, export value. Insert, histogram, and then we will just modify this. Axis. So for this one, histogram, bin width. So if you can see the first chart that I showed here, it is by 5. So we will just divide the range from 130.5 divided by 5, that's 26.1. So you will change it so we can see a much bigger chart. So yeah, it's here. Then just put here, we will just add the export value. Export value of soybeans. And then for this one, it's the frequency. Okay, yep. So this is for China. Okay, so for my task 4, for the distribution analysis, I selected skim milk powder as my product. So as you can see here, I already sorted the years from 2013 to 2023 from lowest to highest value or export value. And I already added numbers 1 to 11 because it's for 11 years. So for my first question, what is the 25th percentile value of skim milk powder exports to Australia? So for us to get that, the value or the formula will be, since it's 25%, 25 divided by 100 times 11, since it's 11 years plus 1. So enter. Since there's no decimal point there, for us to get the value of the manual, that would be equal sign. And since number 3, we will get this third one, plus 0. okay, plus 0, since there's no decimal point, times this one minus this one. So close parenthesis. Yep. So for INC, equal sign, percentile, then select the data value, comma, 0.25, since that's 25 percentile. And then for the EXE, still percentile, here, and then value of it, 0.25. Okay, so as you can see, the value of the manual and function EXE is the same. So for this first quartile, we will get this one. Okay, it will be equal sign, still 25% divided by 100 times 11 years plus 1. Still no decimal point, so that would be 0. You will get the value of it. Equal sign, this one, because it's the third one, plus 0 times this value minus the third one. Okay, and then for this quartile, it's here. So A, comma, and then since it's the 25th percentile that we're going to get, 1, enter. So it's the same, right? So for the 50th, the value would be equal sign 50 divided by 100 times, open, 11 years plus 1, enter. Still no decimal point. Okay, so the value will still be equal sign. Okay, number 6, it will be this one plus 0 times the 7th minus the 6th. Okay, we're going to get the EXE quartile, all of the value, comma. Then since it's the second quartile, 50th is number 2. Okay, still the same. So for the third quartile, equal sign 75 divided by 100 times 11 years plus 1 plus 9th. So for this manual value, equal sign the 9th plus 0, since there's no decimal point here. Okay. All right, one moment. Times, open parenthesis, the 10th minus 9th. Enter. So for the quartile, EX here, this one, and then comma, since it's the third quartile, number 3. Okay, so all of the values are the same for the first, second, and third quartile. And for the interquartile range, that's 247.96. So it answers the question, what is the 25th percentile value of skim milk powder exports to Australia? That's 343 and 89, still the same here. Second question, do skim milk powder exports to Australia have outlier years? Answer is no. Skim milk powder exports to Australia do not have outlier years. All yearly export values fall within the normal range defined by interquartile range, this one. So for us to get the value or this chart, we will be just highlighting this one. Okay, and then insert. That would be charts, charts here, box and whisker. So this one. Okay, so that's why we got this, data labels. Oh, all right, so it's just like the same, this one. Oh, okay. So if you only wanted to get this export value, so you will just select this one, insert, and then box and whisker. Okay, yep, measures of. Okay. For the last task of measures of association, I selected sheep meat and the countries for Australia and New Zealand for the years 2013 and 2023. So as you can see here, I already get the export value from those years for the two countries, the total amount here, and then we also need to get the min. So it's only the average of this. So the formula would be average, okay, and then this one. Okay, so that would still be the same value, and it will apply to this country also. And then for the standard deviation, that will still be the same as formula is STDEV, and then this data point. So it's really important to have this too, because we will be needing that for this next process. So for this one, it will be equal sign for the Australia minus the mean. So we need to lock this function F4, enter. Okay, and then drag this down. Next thing, equal sign New Zealand. Okay, minus the mean. And then we need to lock it, F4 again, enter, and then drag this down. So for the last part, we just need to multiply this two. This one times this one. So enter. Then we will drag this down also. Oh, so there's the value like this is being copied. That's why it's showing like that. So maybe we'll do this the other way. Okay, like this. We will start here, equal sign, multiply here, here, enter. And then we will just drag this up. So it's still the same. And then sum. Okay. Oh, sum. this one, enter. So for us to get this, it will be equal sign. So this one divided by 11 years minus 1. So this is the formula here. Enter. Okay. So for the manual, we just need to type in manually the value of it, this one. We need to type in manually. And then for the function, sorry, we will need to delete this and this. So for the function, it will be equal sign covariance S, and then it will be B15, B5 to B15. So the value for Australia, and then comma, the value of New Zealand. Enter. It's the same, right? So for the correlation coefficient, it will be equal sign the total, the mean, total mean, and then divided by here, the standard deviation times standard deviation also from the New Zealand. Okay. For the function, here that would be equal sign correlation, and then data of the Australia, comma, data of New Zealand. Enter. So it's the same, right? So for the question here, do sheep meat exports to Australia and New Zealand move in the same direction over the years, which is the covariance? So since the covariance is positive, this indicates that sheep meat exports from Australia and New Zealand tend to move in the same direction. When one increases, the other tends to increase as well. So yes, the exports move in the same direction over the years. Second question, what is the strength of the relationship between sheep meat exports to Australia and New Zealand, which is the correlation? So correlation coefficients range from -1 to +1. So a value of 0.82 indicates a strong positive relationship between the two countries' sheep meat exports. So there is a strong positive relationship, which is this one. So third question, are sheep meat exports in Australia and New Zealand positively or negatively related? So since the correlation 0.82 is positive, then the relationship is positive also. This means when Australia sheep meat exports increase, New Zealand's exports also tend to increase, and they are positively related. So for us to get this, we need to select these years, including the Australia and New Zealand, and then insert this one. We will select this one. So like this, and then just modify it, axis styles, data labels. So that's fine. And then we will just add the, oh, actually, one moment. Then we will just add the same value, like put the export value here in the axis title, and then the countries are here already at the bottom of it. So it's the same. Then just add the title of the export value of sheep meat. So that's the end of my presentation. So thank you.
Good day, I'm Elisa Del Rosario from BSBA MM18. This is how I get to answer the task number 1. First, we need to get the total of each dataset. Sa pagkuha naman ng relative frequency, yung data points, i-divide lang natin siya dun sa total nila. And lock natin function F4, enter. Then, drag ko lang siya pababa. Percent frequency is kukuhain ko lang yung relative frequency. And drag ko siya pababa. Then, gagawin ko siyang percent. Then, lalagyan ko siya ng 2 decimal points and total ulit. Yung dalawang kinuha natin. Then, gawin ko lang percentage. Which country is the top exporter of oil cakes in 2014? Ukraine is the top exporter of oil cakes in 2014. What percentage of oil cakes export in 2017 came from Norway? 5.05% of oil cakes export in 2017 came from Norway. Ngayon, napapansin natin sa table ng 2014 and 2017, Ukraine ang may pinakamalaking shares ng pag-export ng oil cakes. From 100%, halos kalahati ng export ng Europe is nanggagaling sa Ukraine. Then mapapansin din natin dito, from 2014 and 2017, bumaba yung pag-export nila ng oil cakes noong 2017. Noong 2014 is 1,767.59, then naging 1,667.81. Measure of central tendency. This is how I get to answer this task 2. Kailangan lang natin muna i-total siya, yung dataset. Then sa mean, equals sum. Ito yung pagkuha ng manual niya. Then sa select lang natin yung data, close parenthesis, then divide natin kung ilan yung data points, which is 11. Sa function naman, equals average. Then, select natin yung data and enter. In median naman, kailangan naka-sort siya from smallest to largest. Ngayon, sinort ko na siya. And 11, ibig sabihin meron siyang gitna, which is this one. 5 above and 5 below. Nakapil lang natin to. In function naman, equals median. Then, select lang natin yung data. Enter. In mode naman, kaparehas. Pero papakita pa rin natin kung paano nakuha yung mode. Mode multi, then select yung data. Enter. Wala. Does the median cut flour export value of Asia better represent the trend compared to the mean? Yes, the median better represents the trend to cut flour export value to Asia because it is less influenced by the unusual high export value in some years and reflects the central tendency more accurately. Dito mapapansin natin na mas mataas ang mean kaysa sa median. Ibig sabihin nito, merong mga years na mataas yung pag-export nila ng cut flour. Kaya mas maganda i-represent yung median as a trend export. Measure of variability. This is how I get to answer the task number 3. Ngayon, kinuha ko na yung pinakamataas and pinakamababa niya. Yung pinakamataas is yung dark color and yung pinakamababa is yung light color. Sa pagkuha ng range from Malaysia, kukuha ko lang yung pinakamataas, 43.7. Then, ilalas ko lang yung pinakamababa, which is 2.9. Enter. Sa function nyo naman, equals maximum. Then, saselect ko lang yung data. Close parenthesis, less minimum. And select ko lang ulit yung data, close parenthesis, enter. Sa variance naman, pagkuha ng manual is kakopy ko lang to. Yun. Tapos, ito yung formula niya. Yung data points, ma-minus siya sa mean. And i-relate siya sa 2. Yun ko, equals yung data points minus yung mean. And function F4 para malak, enter. Then, dadrag ko lang siya pababa. Kapag ko naman, i-erase ko naman siya sa 2. Equals power. Select mo to, then, comma, and 2. And enter. Then, dadrag ko lang din siya pababa. Ngayon naman, kukuhain ko yung total niya. Enter. And sa pagkuha ng total, sa pagkuha ng variance, kukuhain ko yung total. Di-divide ko siya sa kung ilan yung data points natin, which is 11. 11 minus 1. And enter. Ngayon, ito yung variance natin. In function naman, equals var s, and select mo lang yung data. Enter. In standard deviation naman, katulad nito, gagawin lang natin is erase natin siya sa 1/2. So, equals yung variance, equals power, then yung variance, then erase lang natin siya sa 1/2 and enter. Sa pagkuha naman ng function niya, equals standard deviation, yung s, and select mo lang yung data and enter. Dito naman sa coefficient, i-divide mo lang yung standard deviation sa kanyang mean. Equals standard deviation divided by 2 its mean and enter. So, yan siya. Which country shows the most stable export of bovine meat? Philippines shows the most stable export of bovine meat because it has the lowest standard deviation. What is the export range of bovine meat to the Philippines from 2013 to 2023? The export range of bovine meat to the Philippines from 2013 to 2023 is 1.2. Between Japan and Malaysia, which country has more consistent bovine meat export? Japan and Malaysia have the same consistent in bovine meat export because both have a coefficient of variation of 62%. Ngayon naman dito sa paggawa natin ng beans array, kukuhain mo lang yung data points dito, which is ginawa kong pinaka lowest is 10 and 15, sinundan ng 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Gagawin ko siyang 5 kasi may lowest siya na 5. Ang pinaka lowest niya is yung 2. Enter. Then sa frequency equals frequency, then yung data, and comma, then yung beans array, and enter. Yun yung pagkuha ng kanyang frequency. Ngayon naman sa paggawa ng data, kinuha ko ng graph, kinuha ko yung graph ng Japan and Philippines. Ngayon, i-example ko yung Malaysia. Insert lang natin din, kuha tayo ng histogram. Then, bababa ko lang dito. Para maganda siya tignan. Ngayon, papalitan ko lang po ito ng name, which is Malaysia. Then, lalagyan ko lang siya ng axis titles. Then, ito is frequency. And ito is export value of bovine meat. Ngayon, ang ginagawa ko sa kanya is yung range, i-divide ko lang kung ilang beans yung kukunin ko. So, 40.80, i-divide ko siya sa 6 equals 6.8. Ngayon, gagawin ko dito, punta ako dito sa horizontal axis, then axis option, bean width, then gagawin ko siyang 6.8. Enter. So, yun siya. Nandun yung lowest niya, which is 2.9, and nandun din yung highest niya, 43.7. Thus, the distribution of 3 countries is normal or skewed in 11 years. The distribution of bovine meat export for Japan, the Philippines, and Malaysia is not normal. All three are positively right skewed, meaning most of the export value are in the lower side with few higher values. Dito naman napapansin natin is yung Japan and Malaysia, meron silang same sila ng coefficient of variation. Samantalang yung Philippines is naiba. Yung Philippines kasi is stable yung pag-export nila ng bovine meat. Habang yung Japan and Malaysia naman is hindi kasi hindi mo siya mapipredict or nagbabago-bago siya. Dito naman sa graph, mapapansin natin na hindi same sila ng performance pagdating sa pag-export. Tulad nito, meron siya, ang pinakamababa is 59.1, ang pinakamataas 489.1. Yung Philippines is 0.0, pinakamataas 1.6. Sa Malaysia naman 2.9, pinakamataas ay 43.7. Dito natin makikita yung pinakamataas or pinakamababa kung ano yung pinagkaiba nila. Analyzing distribution. This is how I get to answer the task number 4. Sa percentile is equals yung kung ano yung kukuhain natin, which is 25, yung percentile, 23 percentile, i-divide natin siya sa 100. Then, ita-times natin siya sa kung ilan yung data points, which is 11, then plus 1. And enter. Sa pagkuha naman ng manual ng 25 percentile equals, lalagyan ko lang muna dito ng 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Ngayon, yung pangatlo ang kukuhain natin equals yung pangatlo, 1, 2, 3. And pa-plus natin kung may decimal point yung kinuha natin dito, which is wala naman. So, times natin siya sa kanya, and lilis natin yung mas mataas sa kanya, yung nasa baba niya. And enter. Sa INC naman yan, yung function niya equals percentile, INC, and select lang yung data, then yung 0.25, kasi yung 25 yung kinukuha natin na percentile niya, and enter. Sa EIC naman, equals percentile, EXE, select yung data, then comma 0.25, and enter. Ganun din gagawin natin dito. Ito yung formula niya, equals 25 ulit, then divide natin sa 100 times yung 11 plus 1. Enter. Handa ko lang to. Ito naman equals 50th yung kukuhain natin. 50th, 50th. Divide natin sa 100 times 11 plus 1. And enter. Dito naman is 75 ngayon. 75 naman yung kukuhain natin. Divide 75 divided by 100. Divided by 100 times 11 plus 1. Enter. Ito ay ang manual niya, yung pangatlo ulit. Then, plus lang natin yung decimal point. Pero wala siyang decimal point ngayon. Siya and yung nasa baba niya i-minus natin. Sa function niya naman, equals quartile, EXE, select mo yung data, and yung first quartile yung kukuhain natin, kaya 1 ang ilalagay natin, and enter. Manual naman ito is equals yung pang-anim plus 0 times 11, times yung sa kanya, then yung nasa baba niya, lelesan natin. Enter. Ngayon naman, yung EXE naman equals quartile, EXE, select yung data, then second quartile yung kukuhain natin, kaya 2 ang ilalagay natin, then enter. Nice ko lang to. Enter. Yun. Sunod yung pang 9 naman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is yun, equals yung pang 9, plus ng 0 ulit kasi wala, then times natin siya sa kanya, and less sa nasa baba niya. Enter. Yung function niya naman equals quartile EXE, select yung data, comma, and yung third quartile kukuhain natin, kaya 3, and enter. Sa interquartile range naman, ang pagkuha nito ay equals yung third quartile, and leles natin sa first quartile, and enter. What is the 50th percentile value of vegetable oils export in Middle East? The 50th percentile median value of vegetable oil export in Middle East is 774.86. Ngayon, dito mapapansin natin na yung pinakagitna niya is itong 774.86. Ngayon, itong 744, ito yung first quartile niya. Sorry. First quartile niya. Yung second quartile niya is hanggang 774. And yung third quartile niya is hanggang 1,280. And ito na yung parang fourth quartile niya. Gagawin naman tayo ng box, yung graph na box and whisker. Then, lalagay natin yung data labels niya. And then, palitan ko lang ito ng export of vegetable oil in Middle East. Yan. Dito, palitan lang natin ito ng text option. Gawin na lang natin siya ng white. Which year has greater variability and are there outliers? 2022, yes, it have outliers, meaning the values of unusual extreme high compared to the other year. Dito makikita natin yung nasa gitna is 962.2, which is yung mean natin. And dito, ibig sabihin nito yung 774.7 tsaka yung hanggang 1,280.4, dito madalas na umiikot yung pag-export ng Middle East ng vegetable oil. Samantalang tong 691.0 is yung pinakamababa na nila, and yung ito yung outlier is 1,695.2. Ibig sabihin, minsan lang sila makapag-export ng ganito kalaki. Measure of association between two variables. This is how I get to answer the task number 5. Ngayon, ito, yung kukuhain natin is yung covariance niya in manual. Ang nakalagay dito is yung sub-I, which is yung data points natin, ililas natin sa mean. Also, yung kabila, yung Asia, yun din, ililas din natin siya. Kaya, ang gawin natin, equals yung data points, and minus natin yung mean niya. And the function F4, enter, and drag natin siya pababa. Sa kabila naman, which is yung Asia, and minus ulit natin siya sa mean ng data niya, and function F4, and then enter, drag ko lang din siya pababa. Ngayon, pag nakuha na natin to, ita-times natin sila, dalawa. Equals, times yung y natin, and enter. And drag ko lang din siya pababa. Ngayon, kukuhain naman natin yung total nitong data na to. Auto sum, enter. Ngayon, equals yung total niya, and then times natin siya sa kung ilan yung data points, which is 11, and then minus 1, and then enter. Ngayon, ito yung covariance natin. Ngayon, kukuhain naman natin yung covariance, which is yung total na kinuha natin, divided by sa 11, which is yung kung ilan yung total ng data points natin, minus 1, and then enter. Ngayon, ito yung covariance natin in manual. Ngayon naman sa function niya, equals covariance, yung may S, and select lang natin yung Europe, and Asia. And then enter. Sa correlation coefficient naman, ito naman yung formula niya, which is yung covariance, i-divide natin sa standard division ng X and Y. Yung X natin is yung Europe and yung Y natin is yung Asia. Yung covariance, i-divide natin siya sa standard deviation ng X, standard deviation ng Y, and close parenthesis, enter. Equals covariance, then divide natin siya sa standard deviation, open parenthesis, standard deviation, times natin sa standard deviation ng Y, and enter. Sa function niya naman, equals correl, this one, and data ng Europe, data ng Asia, and enter. Kakao export to Europe and Asia move in the same direction over 3 years. Kakao export to Europe and Asia move in the same direction over the years because the covariance is positive 11,841.98. This means that when export to Europe increase, export to Asia also tend to increase. Are kakao export in Europe and Asia positively or negatively related? Kakao export in Europe and Asia are positively related, as shown by the correlation coefficient of 0.18. However, the relationship is weak, meaning they move together but not strongly. Ngayon naman, kukuhain naman natin yung line graph ng ating data set. Insert, and yung gagamitin natin. And copy ko na lang siguro to, copy. And then paste ko. Wala siyang paste. So, lagyan na natin total export of kakao. And enter. Ito na lang. Okay na to. Compare kakao export to Europe versus Asia over 11 years, which is grown faster. Over the 11-year period, Europe's cacao exports are growing faster than Asia's. Asia started at a higher level but grew more slowly, while Europe shows a clearer upward trend in export. Ngayon naman, makikita natin dito, yung Europe ay nagsimula siya sa pinakamababang export, pero tuloy-tuloy yung pagtaas ng export value nila, pag-export nila ng cacao. Pero habang yung Asia is nagsimula nga siya sa mataas, pero hindi siya continue na pataas. Tataas siya, bababa, papantay, bababa, tataas, ganun siya. Ngayon, dito sa measure of association between two variables, dito natin malalaman kung ano yung ano yung relation ng isa't isa. Kunwari itong Europe, kapag ba tumaas siya noong 2013, tumataas din ba yung Asia? Ganun yung pinapakita ng measure of association between two variables.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Elsie Jason Saballero. So, this is how I get to answer this task. Frequency analysis. So, basahin po muna natin to. Which country in Europe exporter of nuts in 2017? What percent of nuts export in 2017 came from Moldova? So, cotton export value in Europe. Relative frequency. Ano po ba ito nakuha? Paano natin siya kukuhanin? Ito ba yung ginawa ko? And divided by yung total niya lahat. Tapos, paano siya magiging yan. Yan po. And, i-drag na lang po natin siya hanggang sa total. Yan po yung lumabas ng mga relative frequency niya po. Tapos, dito naman po tayo sa percentage. Dito. Enter. Tapos, gagawin natin siya percentage. Yan. And ito-drag din po natin siya ulit. Ganun po. Ito po yung mga year, white, and the top export of nuts in 2017. Yan. Ito po. Yung 2017 hanggang United Kingdom po yan. And ito po yung, ito po yung pinaka, ano niya po, answer niya dyan. Ito po is yung paliwanag ko po. Ganun. Ito naman po. In Turkey, in 2017, Turkey was by far the leading exporter of nuts in Europe, accounting for 69.1% of the total exports. Moldova contributed a smaller but notable share, representing 4.6% of Europe's nut export. This indicates that Turkey dominated the market while Moldova played a modest supporting role in European nuts exports. And ganun ko po siya ginawa. Tapos, pupunta naman po tayo sa task 2. So, sa task 2 na po tayo. Task, yung alpha is 1. So, measure of central tendency. What is average annual export value of wine Middle East from 2017 to 2019 mean? Does the median export value of wine in the Middle East better represent the trend compared to the mean? Median versus mean. Which export value occurs most often for wine in the Middle East from 2015-2019 mood? Stop. Ito po yung ginawa ko sa man notice mean. Added. Tapos yung total po, divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So now, next. 5. 97.454. Ito naman po is average. Average. Ito po, kakapit ko po siya. Close, open parenthesis, enter. 97.54. Ito po median. Kasi 5 lang po ito. So dito po siya tulad. 2017, 95.10. Equal, 95.2. Enter. And dito po is median. Caps lock. Median. Median. Tapos overall ko po siya. Equal, median. Median. Wait lang po. Ano ba to? Median. Overall. Close, open parenthesis. Yeah, 95.2. Ang mood po is mood, multi, and ginawa ko po siya. Shift. Yan, NA po. Wala po siya nakuha dyan. Kasi mali lang po yung ano dyan, export value. Ito po yung pinaka-ano niya po, answer. And ito lang po yung explain ko kung paano po siya nakuha. Ito po. The average export value of wine in the Middle East from 2015-2019 is 97.54 and the middle value median is 95.2. Since these numbers are close, both show a similar trend, but the median gives a slightly better picture of the typical value. There is no mood, meaning no export value appears more than once. And sunod po is task 3. Task 3 po. Sa task 3 na po tayo. So, measure variability. Which country shows the most stable export of cheese? What is export range of cheese to Mexico from 2019-2020 between Canada and Mexico? Which country has more consistent cheese exports? Tapos, ito po, nakuha ko to. Ginawa ko po dito is, yan, frequency. So, ito po, Canada, and bean saray. And, kaya po siya naging 0.00410. Ganun din po ginawa ko sa Mexico. Frequency, and ito, and overall ko po yan. So, ito, naging 0.02210 po siya. So, ito naman po, ginawa ko to sa Canada na pinakamataas, tapos pinakamaliit. Kaya po siya naging 18.5. Sa functions naman, ginawa ko pong max. And ito po, pinindot ko to, mean, tapos pinindot ko din yan. Kaya po siya naging 18.5. And ginawa ko po dito is, ginawa ko to, 62.6 minus yung mean ng Canada. And FN, F4. Kaya siya naging minus 3.8. Tapos drinag ko po yung pababa. Yung 14.48 naman po is power. Power. And power, tapos ginawa ko to. Gatas 2. Kasi dalawa po yung ano dito. Total 79, tapos 62, ganun. 62.2. Tapos rinag ko po yung pababa. Tapos ito naman po. 10 yan. Tapos, kinuha ko po to. Ay, naging 244.13 siya. Ito naman. Kinuha ko po yung nandito na total. Tapos, divided by. Tapos, yung 5 na po to is ito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaya po siya naging ganyan. Tapos, minus ko po sa 1. Kaya naging 61.62. Kaya po siya naging napunta siya sa variance. And ito naman. Bar S po siya. Tinatal ko lang din dyan. And ito. Squared po siya. Tapos QRT. Tapos 10 sa taas. Kaya naging 7.81 po siya. So, yan po natin dito is ito. Coefficient variation. Yan. Kunin natin ako po. Ito. Tapos yan. Ah, yan. Naging 12% po siya. Ganyan din po gagawin natin sa bar. Dito. Power. Ito. Times 2. Plus of parenthesis. Yan. Tapos. 36.5 minus 1. 86.87. Kunin natin to. Ay, namali. Canada. Mexico ko dapat yun. And 9.3 tapos SQRT. Yan, 93.3. Tapos ito po. Divided by mean, 35.9. 0.3. Ito po yung example na kung paano po siya nakuha. Tapos ito po yung pinaka, ano niya. content niya. I-adjust lang natin to. 31 point. Kaya pa siya. So, divided by 35 point. Yan, 26 po. Ganyan ko po siya nagawa. Ito po yung pinaka-gawa niya po talaga. Ito po yung i-describe ko kung paano ko siya nakuha. Tapos dito yung nagawa ko na po. Tapos ito po yung wrap. Case Export Mexico. Pinakamataas, tapos pinakamababa. Export value, tapos sa Canada. Ito, tapos ito po, frequency niya. Export value. And ito po yung pinagkuhanan ko ng Case Canada North Mexico. 2023. Ito. Yep. The export value show that Canada has more stable exports because its numbers change less from year to year compared to Mexico. Lower standard deviation, the export range of keys to Mexico from 2019 to 2023 is 49.1 minus 24.9, equal 34.2, which means Canada has more consistent cheese export than Mexico. Kaya po makikita natin dito is 26 tapos 12. Pero parang mas mataas to compared to Mexico. Yung year niya. 2019, 62, Mexico, 24, 2020, 61, 36, 2021, 61, 29. Kada year po yan, so bali mas mataas talaga yung Canada kaysa sa Mexico. So tax 4 na po tayo. Task 4, description analysis. Equal 2016 plus 0.5. 2021 minus 2016 ulit. Yan. So, quartile. 3, 1. And plus spread. Equal. Ano ko? Ano ba yun? Ah, okay. Separated. There. The third quartile. There are no outliers, so the export value stayed fairly steady over the year. Task 5 na, measure of association. The rice export to Japan and Singapore moved in the same direction over the years. Governance. What is the rank of the relationship between rice export to Japan and Singapore? Correlation. Are rice export in Japan and Singapore positively or negatively related? So, we need to put equal 2019. Yan yung mean. Minus 54.5. Nalagyan natin is FN and F4. Yan. Is, i-drag po natin siya. Then din sa kabila. Y minus 3 FN at 4 ulit. Minus 65. 10.3. I-drag natin siya. Yan. And ito. Yan. I-drag po natin ulit. So, lagyan natin siya ng sum. Hmm. Sum din. Yan. Sa coverance naman. Divided by 5. 5 minus 50.59. Coverance. Coverance. Japan. Okay. Hmm. Yes. So, in parentheses. Enter. The function naman is current. Current, tapos kukunin natin to. Dito ko 2019, 2020, 2021, 2023. Ito po yung graph. Rice export to Japan and Singapore do not move in the same direction because the governance is 50.59 and the 0.16 correlation shows that the relationship between them is very weak. Overall, the two countries' rice exports are negatively related, meaning when one increases, the other tends to decrease slightly. Ito po yun sa baba. Tapos na.